Hey guys, so in this video I'm gonna go through um like our market review for the next day starts, which is around 5. So let's get started and let's analyze. Okay, so what are we looking here is well, we wanna, I want to basically see if my prediction is right, meaning uh, right now the market is about to close, right? Maybe upon uh, an hour or so after. So before that happens, I want to, see it if my analysis is correct or not. Okay, so let's go with our analysis. So what we are seeing here is that, okay, um, let me just first, if you'd like to take a trade at here, is it a good trade or not? Let me just say that. Okay, so here in this up wave and in this down wave, see, we go back this much and see the relation here, what's going on. In this up wave we saw that, like, here it was making the same, around same high with this much effort, right? With less effort the result is more, meaning it's a bearish divergence. Okay, so we got this move right now. If we had entered here this previous day low, what would be our exit? Right now what we can see here is that market is trying to turn here, so our wave will be completed here. Now the analysis, if we can do our analysis, well, the market has already turned. Okay, so let's do our analysis. Okay, now see here, this is more volume and we moved this much far, right? And on this up wave with less volume, okay, we moved more than this one, making like lower high, okay, lower lows with less volume, meaning effort is less and result is more. The same happened on down wave, meaning it's a bullish divergence. All right, so we enter long here. Okay, and target for pivot, or perhaps after this, a day would complete here around this time here, and then previous day high here and previous day low would be here. So we can target for pivot would be around here, pivot previous day low high. So we can target for previous day high over here. But let's see the supporting evidence. Is it really a good long trade here? Okay, well, we see that the RSI is going down and price is going up, meaning there is literally a divergence here and volume is increasing here. Okay, so we do see that it's a legit move if you ask me. All right, so yeah, let's see at the end of the day if the price is going to test our previous high or not. Okay, we did had our good amount of effort, good result, but we didn't had demand over here. But now the demand is starting to come. But the one thing to notice here is that we do have a decline in our volume, so this makes me suspicious. All right, here. Okay, so what we are seeing here is that, well, on this volume was increasing, but when we go down the volume is decreasing, meaning this is a suspicious trade to take. Okay, so what we can do is let RSI come around overbought condition, oversold condition. Okay, meaning, like, if you draw a trend line here over here, we do see that it's around overbought. See, this was oversold condition, so we went up. So we are basically going through this channel over here. if we want to make higher high, we do have to break this channel. Okay, but with less volume it seems unlikely. All right. Yeah, so this is not a good trade to take at the moment, but as we see the volume developing, so see, before this candle it was showing that yeah, see, the volume is completed, downward volume. We do want to see our downward volume completed. Okay, and it will only get completed after this candle completed. So our analysis is in halt right now, so we are potentially sure that it's a bearish divergence, but we gotta see this after the candle completion. Now let's look at other coin pair. So what's happening with ETC? Ethereum Classic is, let's see. So what we are seeing is clear a good downtrend here, right? Supply, supply, right? Good amount of supply here. We traded most of the time below RSI 50. Okay, so that's our, like, downtrend. Okay, now what the volume is saying is that, well, the downward volume did got completed in this case. And what we are seeing here is that on this upway we had less volume, and see, with less volume we are making lower high, so it was down, like no interest in buying, so we went down. And at this moment what we are seeing is that with less volume we made new lows. Okay, so this is bullish divergence. Okay, so this is a good trade to take. I think it's gonna go up. Yeah, see, my point is to not, like, just show you guys, okay, okay, it's going to go up or down. My point is to, like, test it over time, because what I've seen is that in live environment, like, this you, like, when we are building then an algorithmic trading system, you gotta know, like, at which point market behaves differently. All right, so that we can add those conditions into our system and be cognizant about, like, what's gonna happen next. Okay, what we can expect next, right? So yeah, because we are playing a probability game here, and see, if you see this volume is still decreasing, meaning this is not a, like, lazy move, it's just like pulling back, and I think it's gonna go down for a moment, um, perhaps test this area and then go up. But yeah, let's see. Okay, because our pivot point was up, we did went down, and we are below our previous day high, previous day low. Traded most of the time here, right? Supply was here, most of the supply. So yeah, I think we're gonna see some development as we form one or two wave here, right? Either going this or this, or it should be something like, well, in order to form an uptrend we gotta see higher high and higher lows, right? So if one or two wave forms here making higher high higher lows, then we can, like, enter on pullback here. Okay, because this pullback will give us condition in wave volume, like what's going to happen next. That's always good to, like, see. All right, now let me see another random random here. So here is that, well, our downward did got completed here, much volume Like see, with less volume we are making lower high. I think it's a bullish type, right? So we can expect the market to go down. Volume is thing, right? See here, it was in so like buying selling was happening here. And the most important point is that we found support here basically. Okay? Yeah. So it's acting as would be coming resistance. So it's a bullish divergence. So we gotta see some development over here and then we can enter a trade. Now yeah, let's go ahead and see the chart. Don't see quite volatile. Let's look at some famous coins. What we are seeing that this day we had the supply, but what we are seeing here is that this of the day around is that supply is overcoming demand. I mean demand is overcoming supply, right? So let's see the wave volume. What we are that we are making lower high with less volume compared to this, and there's also less ease of movement. Okay, so what we can see here is that it's a bullish divergence again, as it's happening around previous day low. It's a good bet, it's a good trade to take, as we will be like will develop something here, will enter at this. Watch out for this development here, in end of the, and then we can see the trade. What's going on with this mental line. Let's see. uh, Again, divergence. So we can enter long here, right? But thus other component supports our hypothesis. Well, we had a good support here. Divergence. Okay, so yeah, let's look at some longer term. Yes, one here is that see we were making higher high with less volume, less bearish divergence. Less volume compared to this up wave. That was the reason. I think RSI was for what came down. Develop is that is going like making high though. So perhaps we're gonna see some development over here. What's going has been has made its mind to go down, but the volumes the volume is, you know, okay. Up wave was bearish divergence down as RSI is below 50, so I think we're gonna see some downwards. Yeah. All right. The air protocol. Um, oh, well, it's crossing the 50. Let's look into it. What yeah, and really bounce it, but see, this is why the bias is there. I'm just like seeing okay long, but what the volume is saying, see, you are making lower high with less volume, okay, meaning that on this down wave this volume is less, but it is making lower lows and lower lows, so that means that it's a bullish divergence. So market can well like go up from here, okay, and if you like to be a conservative trader, you can like enter trade when this breaks, okay. Let me just enable our support and resistance. See, there's that like R1. When R1 gets broken, it will enter long. You can enter long there, okay. Also, let's just check the CVWAP, what it says, okay. It's basically an aligning to our volume point of control, meaning that the volume point of control is where most of the thing happens. So see the volume here, right? Most of the volume were executed, for instance, then this much, then around here at this much. This was quite volatile here, down here again. Volume. So most of the volume traded here. Finally, it did went down, so it's looking for a lower value area from here. Also down. Longer term perspective is, what's the longer term perspective? That to see, gotta go and see 4-hour chart or 1-hour chart. Yeah. Okay. So here, see what we were doing for the full month was that, you know, it most of the traded area was this, okay. So we might see, you know, well, we had explored this area, all right. So now we want to explore this area. So I think next month is going to be quite bullish my perspective, because we haven't explored those areas. And what's about Bitcoin? I think it's good. Well, well, uh, easy contradict this, but if you go and see, like, see here, we had explored most of the time here, and then on the next month we explored this area, then went sort of sideways, range bound, and then explored this. So you technically see that most of the area traded is still our VPOC, but that's our bullish nature. So we might see development power as well here, right? So yeah, right. Yeah, so that's it for now, guys, for today. And this is just a start of this series. So I hope you guys might have learned something, and do let me know in the comment um, what you guys learned, and if you have any suggestions. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you. um, yeah.